Most of what we consider quality control was developed during the 5 decades that preceded World War II by a small group of statisticians, physicists, businessmen, and mathematicians. We have come to know them as the pioneers of quality. A lot has changed since the Second World War, but the concept of today's quality control began on May 16th of 1924 with an internal memo, a hand-drawn chart that covered a third of a single page. Walter Andrew Shewhart was a physicist, engineer, and statistician who is known as the father of statistical quality control. He got his start working at Bell Telephone, where he was originally tasked with improving the clarity of the company's phones. But it was not until his work with Western Electric that he made a name for himself when he presented an intercompany memo to a supervisor in 1924. This memo featured a simple diagram which we recognize today as a standard control chart, and it included the essential principles and considerations we now call statistical process quality control. He understood the importance of reducing variation in a process and the concept of continual process improvement. William Edwards Deming was an engineer and a mathematical physicist who was known for championing the work of Dr. Shewhart. But he is best known for his work on Japan's reconstruction following World War II. Many Japanese credit Deming's work for the nation's post-war recovery. It was through his teaching and the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle that helped Japan transition from a country known for wind-up tin toys and cheap cameras to a company who produced affordable, reliable, quality automobiles and motorcycles, which created a level of competition that had never been felt before in the North American and European markets. Joseph Moses Duran was an engineer and a management expert best known for his work in post-war Japan. After World War II, Japan changed its focus from being a military power to that of an economic one. At the time, while the nation's manufacturers could compete on the prices of their products, they had a long-established reputation for poor quality. After the publication of his Quality Control Handbook in 1951, he was invited by the Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers to lecture at the University of Osaka. He differed from Dr. Deming, whose focus was on statistical process control, and instead focused on the managerial aspect of quality control. Tauru Ishikawa was an organizational theorist who is known for his quality management innovations, which includes quality circles and the fishbone diagram. Professor Ishikawa was instrumental in the translation, integration, and expansion of the concept of Drs. Deming and Duran into the Japanese system. Today, his fishbone diagram is one of the most commonly used cause and effect or root cause tools in the Six Sigma tool bag due to its ease of use, and his quality circles are integral to the lean manufacturing and Kaizen project process. Janichi Taguchi was an engineer and a statistician who is known for his work on the design of experiments. After joining the Electrical Communications Laboratory, his focus shifted to quality control consulting for various companies, including Toyota, who was one of the earliest adopters of his ideas. He eventually found himself at the Indian Statistical Institute, where his collaboration with Dr. Shewhart ultimately led to the development of the Taguchi methods. The most popular of these methods is the Taguchi loss of function. Armand Ballen was a quality control expert and a businessman who was best known for total quality control, which is said to have been the inspiration for total quality management. After receiving his PhD from MIT, he went on to become the president of the American Society of Quality, or ASQ, in the early 1960s. Of the numerous contributions to total quality management, his greatest contribution was his work on the concept of the hidden plant, or the hidden factory, which has become an integral part of the lean manufacturing methodologies. Philip Bayard Crosby was a businessman and quality control consultant who was best known for his work on the Pershing missile program, where he was credited with reducing the overall rejection rate by 25% and a reduction in their scrap cost by 30%. In response to the quality crisis at the end of the 1970s and early 1980s, he developed the principle of doing it right the first time, or drift, and envisioned the idea of zero defects as an industry standard. Quality control is crucial to the success of any business. It can either make or break an organization. Good quality products and services build trust and lead to repeat business. But bad quality costs an organization money and drives that business away. Every week, we upload new videos between 5 and 10 minutes in length, where we will focus on the concepts and strategic implementation of Lean and Six Sigma. As a Master Black Belt, I am passionate about quality, and if you are too, then click subscribe to be notified whenever we upload our next Lean Six Sigma video.